great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you can see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Straka. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Caught in the backfield. It's Jordan. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play, but understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, getting him on the ground.
Back to pass. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab at the 30. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. And off from the shotgun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Using his feet to buy time. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Back's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moss. Breaks into the open. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll take a deep shot here. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Maava. Pocket breaking down. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Catch in the middle. It's Lane. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Now on the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Snap coming before halftime. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Looking downfield on first down. Steps away. Throwing on the run. He's got it down the right side. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude, running back same.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum, as we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 21st-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Trojans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air, it's Reed. Taking a shot on the first play. Man, they can't make the connection going for a big play on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you want.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. To the air, it's Reed. Buys a little time. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. Trying to do it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And what a Great job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. You take that kind of chance to the outer third of the field, I mean, that's just begging to throw a pick six.
Not a great decision. The coach is not going to be very happy when he goes over and says, why are you throwing in the double coverage?
Converts on fourth down. Still going. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Back to pass, it's Mayava. Makes the grab, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, how about the running back showing you a little agility, baby? A little toe tapping on the sidelines. He looked like a wide receiver. Make sure he kept his feet in bounds, makes the catch, gets some positive yards.
Running back searching for a hole. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the Trojans come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's fourth down and 1. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Has to get there to move the sticks. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
And I love this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they moved the ball 43 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Grabbed behind the line, it's Moss. Across the 45. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To throw again. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Bully ball on 3rd and short. There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Texas A&M going quickly. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He probably want that throwback.
To the air on 2nd down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Aggies. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Using his legs, it's Sanders. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The sure hands, it's Miller. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Back to throw. It's Maiava. That's reeled in. It's Straka. Turning it on. Running through contact. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tight end now in motion. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Touchdown Trojans! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Slips through the line. He'll be out of bounds at the 36-yard line after a solid return. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. He wants to throw it. He'll take the deep shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball leaning out of bounds.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grab near the sticks. It's Concepcion. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And the point after is good. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. and he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Showing the arm strength down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The big, explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a first and goal. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, USC!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Coming out with it, it's Owens. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Reed. Under fire. Caught over the middle. It's Craven. Oh, he's got some space. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The DBs will back off a bit. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He unleashes a long one. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots, so they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. He turns it loose to the left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Look out, he's got room. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
From the gun, the running back has it. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Maava. Quick strike complete. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Pressure coming. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everything's bouncing and jiggling and rolling, and it's going forward, and he's loose. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Aggie! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass, it's Maava. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying play action. The throw. Makes the catch. It's Lane. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy hoping he can be the next great one at USC. When you see throws like that, he gives you the hope that maybe, you know what, he might just be.
Got it in the middle, it's Miller. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Sanders. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Breaks into the open. He's at the touchdown, Trojans. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands. using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. He'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Using his legs, it's Moss. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. Finds a little space. There he goes. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Got room on the return. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Mayava. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job on it.
To the air on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterback sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going forward on 4th down.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Back to throw, it's Reed. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll get rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper. Understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He's got it inside the 15. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And he puts through the extra point. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking downfield, it's Maiava. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Spits it out to the back. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Fires it incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And the third down pass is knocked away by the knee.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but what an opportunity here from the 23-yard line.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Liner, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard. And that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Working that left side now. On the move at the 30. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. These corners going to give them some space. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Fires toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Aggies! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. From the gun, looking for a man. He's got it in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and that's just a little window dressing as this game is over. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.